What is up to Witch.tv? It is I, Noodle, and I'm back after a nightmare of a day and almost having to delay stream again. But I'm still able to make it, even though it's now late, early mid-evening something. But we're here, and it's time for more Minecraft. Hello, everyone. I'm probably about as tired as I appear. But we're still gonna go through. We're still doing it. Minecraft Java Edition. And something that I cannot pronounce, but it encapsulates exactly how I feel perfectly. Just bleh. So we shall launch into the Munchie MC. Step away from weird people with their faces right in your face and go over to survival. It is time. It is time to build, and I've done just a teensy bit of offline work with some assistance because time has been crunched. So I finally got around to doing the heinous expansion that was required of everything to be able to fit in the entirety of what will be the Violet Hold, the prison of Dalaran. But we have now that that is done, we can actually focus on doing the inside of it, which we will do, which I will show presently in the screenshots while I go and try to figure out what sort of blocks I need. Hello, zombie. Goodbye, zombie. Not wanted. Bad zombie. Die. Ugh. I don't have any level of energy or patience to put up with random zombies right now. Let's see, I'm gonna need smooth brick and some stone brick. Smooth stone and stone brick. Wow. You can tell that my brain is just not functioning right now. We'll take some andesite. I suspect that I'll be making more slabs in the near future. What else do I need? Yep. I am indeed significantly later than normal, Zenmar, but needs must, and this is now the only time that I'm available. Because when you work from 7 to 3, there's really not much of a point trying to squeeze it in before dinner at 5 because your people that you live with are old and absolutely have to have their dinner at whenever time they want, to hell with what your schedule might be. Yep, it's just another series of irritants that I have to put up with. Let's see, so that's andesite, and that'll be that. I believe this is all that I'll need, maybe? Yeah. Black pepper was still on my tongue. Celebratory steaks, because first day of new job of actually being a teacher and all of the nightmare that encompasses that, as you may or may not know. But I think I wanted a little bit of regular stone. I'm actually out of cobble, completely out of cobble. I think I have like a single block, so I hit up all of my my peoples and just got regular stone and filled all of these chests with it. But more smooth. No. Do I need cows? Oh. Need to figure out what we're doing. Where'd they go? Right there. I don't have enough iron bars. Another piece of black pepper. There's absolutely nothing worse than after you eat something that has black pepper on it, finding another peppercorn in your mouth and accidentally biting on it and just having a burst of pepper. Nothing to go with it, just pure pepper right in your mouth. It's, ugh. Nasty. Yeah, that is why I've taken to, if I detect one, I will just immediately spit it out, because I ain't going through that. Is that the other thing that I need? It is, isn't it? Yes, I need more of the smooth basalt. That's what I need. Smooth basalt I have hanging out right... It's over here. Oh, nope, nope. I'll find it eventually. There's only so many chests it could be in. It really doesn't help that I've moved and shifted all of the stuff in these things like 2 or 3 times. Okay, now I'm getting... There it is. There I was about to overstress it. I don't need that. Yep, that's what we need. So, now we zoom all the way over here. And this middle section that I have left relatively untouched is smooth stone. Because that's going to be, if you can see it in the, if I zoom in on the picture right in here, it's this white line that goes into the arch. Oh. Burgers or tacos is the question, if you're using ground meat. And this white line just goes all the way to there on that side. Nice. Now the issue I'm gonna have is I can't get rid of this because this is part of the tunnel section. So I'm not certain how much or how little that's gonna mess up the flow of all of my building. Don't mind me if I just momentarily pause when I'm trying to talk. That will be my brain shutting down and rebooting because I'm just that exhausted. Nevertheless, we press on because we're going to, because I already missed Monday because of these shenanigans. I'm not missing 2 days in 1 week. My OCD will not permit that. It'll get better. I know it. It's just the first day and the absolute mental and physical overload because I had to literally shift an entire classroom around the way I wanted it. That. I'm gonna put polished andesite all through here. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. So yeah, I can almost get away with ignoring that, but luckily there's a couple of towers that I can kind of put into it to more or less allow me to kind of hand wave over its presence. Well, now that I have a little bit of cobblestone, might as well use it for its intended purpose, you know? Actually, that's a good question. Do I even want it there? I don't think I do. That's there. These are the two to go away. Yes. Because there's going to be a alteration in features, as you can probably see in the screenshot, how there's this ledge part and then there's a physical lowering of the area. So what I'm seeing... I mean, it's fun. Let's see, so I need 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we can just do 5 just for the sake of it. Yep. And I'm just going to carve a line right here. Ah, nice to know that I can't go particularly low. As you see that I have the stone brick in the andesite here. This means that I can't do what I need to with regards to that. That's a problem. Because that's supposed to be a sunken area that has water in it. And it should be at least 2 blocks down. Actually, if it's only 2 blocks, that's doable. That is actually doable. Yeah, because we'll have the floor blocks that are actually here. And then we'll have then it'll be 1, 2. So yes, this will actually work. So what I need is this one back, and then this one goes away. There, does it? Okay, we're good. Yep. Which would, thank you. Yes, if I take out the second line, we then can replace this with stone brick. And then on top of the stone brick, we will have the smooth basalt for the majority of it. 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. Interesting. So there's supposed to be in the middle, there's a bridge. And then on either side, there are the little platforms. But what I need before that goes all the way to that. Right here. That's gonna be a problem. I just knew it. I just knew there was gonna be one of those freaking pieces that were sticking out, which are gonna make it absolutely impossible to do this because of how freaking crunched everything is. Ugh. So irritating. Let's see how to salvage this. Thank you for not placing where I wanted you. 2, bop, bop, bop. Like this. And we'll have 2 here and 2 here. Okay, so we'll put 1 here, here, and then 2 here. That's too narrow, I think. It needs to be flatter and pulled back a bit. So I think if we go here, that still might be too much. It'll have to do though. So then this. Take 2 of these out. 2 of these out. So it should be 3, and then we skip 2. It's gonna go 2, 2, 2, 1, 3, 1, 2, 3. And we'll have something like that, I think, would be the right pick. Let me take out these 2 so that this can go around. Shave that off. Wouldn't it just be great if I just spontaneously started dying? It'd be just so fantastic. In the worst way possible. Let's see. Yep. This, 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 this. Okay. Yep. So it's gonna go. This one's gonna get removed. And it goes corner. And that's 4. 2, 3, 4. And it's gonna go in 1. Then in 1 and up 2. Then reverse corner. And like so. And then it's going to come back 1. And then another, and then it's a straight line all the way down. There we go. Although this probably can be taken out as well in that sense. Okay. Yes, we will take these 2 out. Approved. Okay, so now I need to do the bridge, which is going to start like this, and probably go up one. Actually, should go at least two, I think. And then it goes up like this. I don't know if I should bother going up more than one like that. We'll just make that a 6. Like that. And we'll do 4. I wish it would click where I wanted it to go. Yep, and that will be there, like that, like that, All right. Question is, I think I was mistaken and that the inside here can keep this, because it's just going to have different blocks on top. Yep, and those are the blocks that I had forgotten about. Yep, I knew I forgot something. I knew it. Always. I need these, some of the purple blocks. It's the block type that I said that I wouldn't be using in this build and ended up using in this build. Because it's the only block that I could find that's got a duller shade of purple that's not the vibrant amethyst color. I just wish the smooth basalt had a slab. Actually, I wonder if it does. I doubt it, but I kind of hope. Yeah, it doesn't. That's unfortunate. Okay, let's see. I just realized something else. There's stairs here, but I'm not... There's supposed to be stairs here that lift it up, but that would lift everything up. And I'm not sure if I want to go through the process of raising up the towers and so forth. But if I did that and allowed everything to be a block higher, that would increase the depth of the water and allow it to actually function in the places that it needs to function. which would be good. Hmm. And I would require purple stairs. Which I pretty much need anyway. So the idea is that you got these right here. And now suddenly we're a block higher. Or would we be? Nope. I already factored that in. Dang it. It would have been nice, but I had already factored these in. Yep. Do this. I could put in those towers, but they're awfully close. No, I have never worked with purple blocks before. I honestly didn't want them because I was dead set on getting the amethyst for the tower tops. And so I just didn't want to have anything to do with pretty much the only other purple block on the server that's, well, in the game that's, in my opinion, worth it. Because the purple terracottas or violet terracotta and concretes are just not that amazing in comparison. There we go. I need more already. Man, that was fast. My brain's desire to just not do anything is really trying to catch up with me. Oh. But it's okay. We've already gone a half hour, and I can make it. We can make it at least 2. That's my goal, is at least 2 hours. Okay, so then we go here for this row. There we go. Is it really hydrate? It really should be more of caffeinate today. We're gonna replace your hydrate with a caffeinate for now, just because I need it that much more. I don't know. I'm afraid if I stretch and get too comfortable, I'll lose track of everything and start falling asleep. Which I most certainly don't want. Oh. Itchy. Always itchy. I'm not in the mood for that. We're gonna bounce that one back. I'm too tired to do voices today. I'm pretty sure I would end up just mixing and matching the wrong ones. Without even thinking about it. Harun, Harun, Harun. Oglida Shina Tirinach. Harun, Harun, Harun. Oh, close your eyes, my darling, or three of them at least. Oh, close your eyes, my darling, and nod your heads to sleep. It's not a great lullaby on Earth, but apparently it is a fantastic lullaby in Venus. Technically, that would make it worse, but technically, I'm fine. I am hanging in there, as it were. Although it always pleases me when people use those particular sound alerts, because I actually took the time to craft those ones and like get the video together and so forth. Well, it could be worse. There's only 2 of these andesite spots that I can't do anything with. But, you know, that's still too many. That is also a voice line, but I could probably at least irk out a teeny tiny little possibly tiled. Okay, so we'll swap some of this around. Slap that in the offhand. And we'll cover the Murloc sound alert is for biddies. Yeah. It ranked just a smidge higher. Let's see. So I need to get rid of all this cobblestone as I determine how best to hide the whole of this. I sense this is going to be a absolute horrific patch job. Put that right there. Because I'm pretty much just no, I'm just pretty much playing Patchwork Doctor. So that is unfortunately what I have to deal with on that side, where it cannot be straight and flush with everything else. You know, I just realized that I can do... Yes. I believe, was that... That was a bet one, wasn't it? Huh. Strange that I didn't get any activity feed of you paying the bits. Curious. But there is but if I do a slab here, it will be lower, but it would also still trying to figure out how I'm gonna get all this in. Does it have to always be snowing, you know? The snow makes it ever so difficult to try and figure out where everything is, and I made the unfortunate discovery that even if I put down torches, it's not going to cover sufficient to really make a difference. Oh, I also just realized both of these have to be stairs. And both of these have to be stairs. Okay, let's see. Stretch. My legs are all cramping because I did a lot of physical shifting of furniture and setting up of 35 desks just for my room today. So, you know, lots of undesirable and unnecessary laborious functionality. Let's see. Oh my gosh, just even after expanding this, it's still cramped. Because I don't have the space and then some between the wall and here to plant down the other tower. Which is extremely frustrating. I wonder what is actually going on in here that I could... I mean, I could make that flush underneath, which would save me 1 block worth of space of it all jutting out. That would take care of this section here. But I don't feel like that would really do anything in the long run, you know? Ideally, this wall should just come all the way over here, but I already have the issue of this one being 8 blocks wide and the corresponding one on this side only being 6 already. So, you know, I'm already kind of suffering from it not functioning, just not being correctly spaced out right, and the game's trying to tell me, oh, you need to expand this side 3 more, and it's just like, how about no? Because I'm not expanding that side 5 blocks to keep up with it. It is feeling massively scuffed to me, but we're pushing forward trying to make it work. There. I just smacked my microphone with my elbow. So I'm gonna have the space. I have almost 2 stacks worth of space. Had I known at the time, I would have not had my friend place these blocks so high. But yeah, the sides here, from there down, are going to be relatively solid, so it's not too much of a harm. My eyes keep trying to shift out of focus. That's one of the signs my body's trying to tell me of, hey, we want to shut down and we don't care what you're doing. Helps if I don't fall too. I wonder. What do we say about a further twist in the schedule? Because I need to be able to focus to be able to build this effectively, and late evening after a full day of work is not conducive to that. So this week's schedule I'm going to keep the same, but I'm thinking next week shift which stream is what and move this build one to the Saturday, where I would be able to actually be awake and functional to be able to focus. It also gives me more time throughout the week to do any prep work. Let me open the backpack and put cobblestone in it. Yeah, because then the days that I have limited functionality, I'm just playing just for the fun of it, with the exception of Valheim, where I'm playing to survive. But you know, fighting in Valheim versus trying to actually be creative and problem solve in building in Minecraft, it's a bit, I would say, trying to be creative is more taxing than trying to survive. So I think that's probably what I'll do in the next week. So I'll still keep it Minecraft Wednesday, and well, it'll just be altering it, so it'll be Minecraft then Valheim on the Friday. and then Minecraft again the Saturday. It really hurt to come to the understanding that I was going to be getting home so ridiculously late that streaming even in the mid to late afternoon was just impossible. It's really hard when I've actually come to enjoy this particular hobby that the direction my life has steered is not conducive to allowing it to continue. At least not in the way that I want it to. I don't want to become a weekend-only streamer. I really don't. But it's looking at that. It's almost starting to look like that's the only thing that'll make sense. And yeah, it's mainly because I know that projects like Dalaran are so incredibly not time-consuming and not stressful, but labor-intensive, I guess, that I only want to do it on stream because that's the only time I can motivate myself to. Otherwise, I would just be like, I don't want to. Like, honestly, you could probably notice that I don't play on Munchie at all that much anymore, except to build the the desire to actually just play on this particular server is more or less gone. I almost walked right off the edge. But at the same time, other servers where I'm just as wealthy, I don't have that same level of effectively burnout. I've only gone on Hypixel a singular time, and that was to pay my respects. Okay, so let's see. Yep, so I need I'm not that big on the mini games for Minecraft, so Hypixel would not have been the server for me, I think. Although I wish I had been active on it at the time to, you know, at least be aware of some of my favorite streamers. I was not aware that they had other things in minigames because that's generally the lion's share of what they advertise is their minigames. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Oh yeah, I'm aware of Skyblock, but that's like extremely intensive. I can feel the weight to push my eyes open every single time I blink. Of course, because if Hypixel teaches you anything, it's that you can fulfill all of your dreams through the power of slavery. Or at least that is what I know because of, you know, Technoblade. So I'm feeling like the best objective here is put the purple blocks back and the andesite, the stone brick, the smooth stone. Yep, that's over here. Put with smooth basalt. Let's find the chest that I took the stone from and replace it. Then we can go over to the little exile chest and drop off that. There we go. Let's just be ridiculous and go pickaxe be repaired. So I have a couple of options that I could do with this flooring here. I could dig it down as low as it'll allow me to, which I don't think it really needs to go too much further. Actually, that would also be an interesting thing. I could put 2 blocks worth of water down, which would give more than enough of the visual aesthetic that the game would want, and it would allow me to cover all of these handful of blocks that I can't break because they'll uncover things beneath, which would be a problem in and of itself. But I'm not much in the mood to go around and just do water bucket, etc. Oh, come on, come on. Say it. What I need to consider and do is realize how dumb I am because I removed all of the cobblestone when I only needed some of it removed. You see, I'm completely stuck in basic singular command mindsets. Remove cobblestone here, place this here. I can't think, oh, I need to do this but that. I don't think I completely possess the mental facilities at the moment to be able to work on this, unfortunately. Nevertheless, combined of what I did off screen to get started with what is thrown down here, it looks fairly impressive enough, I guess. I would still want slabs personally if I could get away with it. I have to think about it when my mind's actually functioning and not dead to the world. Because, like, even my highly caffeinated beverage is only doing so much. I don't want to, but I'm thinking I'm not going to be given much of a choice. You know what? I can at least put some of these slabs in. That's something that's mindless and straightforward. Watch as I immediately turn all of my andesite accidentally into slabs when I only needed a little bit. Watch as I become a complete idiot. Man, I'd be like every other popular streamer. But the thing is, if my brain's not working, then I'm just, you know, equal with the majority of other young 20-year-old popular streamers, and just as brain dead as the rest of them. Like, I have to give myself a handicap. But the problem is being aware of it. Let's just see. So that's the front here. What I could do is build up the front of just this little section right here. Since I have a pretty good idea-ish, kind of what I want. Because, like, we're done with the slabs for the moment, but I do need some polished andesite blocks. And I wonder what I used. Smooth stone is what I used there. Okay. So I need polished andesite and smooth stone. And yes, I know I keep fluctuating between sinking too low in the camera and pushing myself up too high in the camera. Trying to find the perfect even out spot where I'm just uncomfortable enough, but not too uncomfortable, is proving just as difficult as trying to get too comfortable in the first place. Andesite, smooth stone, stone brick. That's the other thing I do. Try to run off without closing the chest. There we go. So we're gonna need, what, 3 layers for that. Plus 2 there. That's gonna be... One, two, three. That's 2. Oh no, that's fine. That's blah. My ability to speak just tried to go on me. So if I have 3 blocks high there, which is going to be the smooth stone, the andesite, and the smooth stone again, that means everything under that point connected to here, which is all of this, is the stone brick. Perfect. And then on the outside of it, the stone brick starts here and pretty much goes no higher than about that point. Yeah. Ah. There we go. I can understand how 1 stone brick accidentally gets placed, but 2, that takes a concerted effort of holding down the button and shutting your brain off. Okay, so I need that. I don't need this bottom one. And then from this section of the wall, which is in the screenshot, it's over here. It's on this side there. We're gonna have a single smooth and probably like 2 or 3 of andesite. Blah, blah, blah. Yep. 3 andesite blocks. Yes. Good. Then on top of that, I need... I almost want to say I need the basalt there, and then you extend the slabs out one more. Okay, trying to lock a foot so that it'll support my weight and just sit there. Okay. So we skip 1. We have 3 brick, smooth, 3 andesite. Now what? Yes, right here. Nope. I'm capping it right there because this is going to be a separate building. We get 1 of smooth stone. And then we get 3 of andesite blocks. Looks smaller. Oh, I see what I did. I put it on the ground instead of elevating it 1. I keep trying to change directions and my fingers aren't staying in the right, aren't moving to the right spot. So I move backwards and I go to switch my fingers to move forward and my fingers land right back on the move backward button. Yep, don't mind this. We could just say it was a session of dirt faking. He was a phony. A great fat phony. We get on here, we get 1 of these, followed by 1 of these. And then a second storage. Bam. Yes. Excellent. So then there needs to be an oval-shaped roof that is built up right here, which I'll do later. And then the other combination to that side and all of the various other bits and bobs that'll go into it. But unfortunately, I do not feel capable of keeping my momentum going, staggered and lopsided though it is. But I at least was able to acknowledge, and we at least have sufficient enough for a good looking screenshot with that enormous violet hold there. Yep, a little over an hour. As long as it's getting worked on, it's not the end of the world of Warcraft. But you know, it's still a pain in the ass when I physically am not able to work on it as long as I'd like to. But, you know, it's better than nothing. Although, realistically, the last thing I want to do right now is go to sleep, because then I'm going to wake up at, like, 9 or 10 and then be wide awake the rest of the night. And then not be able to sleep, and the cycle will continue. Still, the violet hold is ever so slowly coming together, so I can't complain too terribly much about it, you know? And I knew going in that this was going to be a marathon project. It's going to take months, and, you know, if it takes longer because I can only do it certain times of the day or only certain days of the week, then so be it. I was able to check out Orthinc so well because I had free time. It's just kind of annoying because I feel that getting exiled to 8 in the evening means that all of my typical viewers are probably not going to be able to watch me, but you know, you're here, Zanmar, and you're one of the pickiest of my my viewers. Pickiest. Due to conflicting schedules, so who knows? That, and I don't know, it hurts because building is what I enjoy the most in Minecraft, but it's what people enjoy watching the least. You know? Nope. It can't be helped, and that's part of the problem, but I'm stuck here and just gotta do what I can. Yeah. But in any case, let us remove the screenshots, and that's gonna be the short stream for the day because I'm just completely worn out from moving 2 filing cabinets, a massive table, a giant cupboard, a smaller filing cabinet, and about 35 individual desks into place. On top of the mental strain of, here's a massive info dump that we know you're not going to remember, but here's all of the info anyway. I mean, surprisingly, moving, the hardest part was when I had to lift and twist and set the desks down to have them not want to tilt, because I don't understand the layout of my classroom. All of the classrooms have carpet. All of the hallways around the classrooms have carpet. My room has linoleum tile. Why on earth would a classroom have tile in it? So, you know, you're trying to slide one of these giant desks off and they're upside down, and you're trying to brace it to be able to flip it over, and it's just like, oh, we have no traction. And so, like, yeah. I may have, you know, gently slammed a couple of desks to just flip them around and get them on their actual legs. But that's mainly because I was just getting annoyed with all the bending and twisting, and yeah, it's definitely the physical labor. I'll be fine tomorrow because it's a shorter thing. It seems that way. It seems that way, but you know, we make do. The majority of my classes are around 20 kids. I only have one that's over 30, and I have two that are under 20, so who knows? And hell, the class that's over 30 kids is accelerated 7th grade reading, which means that probably is going to be the class that's the most fun because I could just read The Hobbit to them. And you know that is my goal, is that those reading classes are being read The Hobbit, so they can actually get, here is English literature at its finest for you to enjoy. But I'm still not 100% sure, because I have to formulate what my rough syllabi, plural syllabus, are for the classes before Thursday of next week. And I have to already have my first week of lesson plans done Monday, except the person who's supposed to help me understand what's wanted and how to formulate those lesson plans and syllabi aren't gonna be there until Monday. Go figure. But the first week's not going to be hard in the slightest. It's all going to be icebreaker. Yeah, I know. Well, welcome to the school district of the city that I live in. That professes themselves proudly of being the largest school district in the country, and it's just like, no, that's not a good thing. But yeah, basically, it's going to be a whole bunch of intro, icebreaker, get to know you type activities, and maybe a basic intro to stuff. Like, I already have a couple of activities planned that I think are going to at least be interesting. Like, one of the ones that I'm particularly proud of for coming up with is that I'm going to flat out tell the 12-year-old 7th graders, you're going to need your phone for this one. I want you to Google search your name and then the word entomology, and I'll spell that on the board for them. Entomology, which is the study of words and what words mean. So I'm going to have them actually look up the meanings of their own name. And it doesn't even matter if, because, you know, it's the southwest United States, so, you know, there's going to be a lot of Hispanic, there's going to be a lot of African, like legitimate African and African American, and there's even going to be some Arabic kids supposedly in these classes. So it doesn't matter that their names probably aren't English based, because language is language. And that's going to be kind of the intro of these are the languages that you understand and where your names come from. And here's what they mean in the language you're going to be studying and what that implies. Additionally, I would absolutely... a separate project is going to be kind of me sussing out what their likes are, what their dislikes are, to try and narrow down, okay, when I start trying to hamper them of you need to get a self-reading book, these are the kind of categories you're probably going to be interested in to actually read, so you'd actually, you know, do the reading, as opposed to, I have this book but I'm not interested, so I'm not actually going to read it. And in doing so, I'm going to kind of be a little, not snoopy, but going to just suss out, hey, what are the things you like? What are the things that you wish you could know more about? Questions like that, where it's getting to know the students as an individual, but it's also kind of pinpointing, hey, if you want to know more about this and you like this, you'll probably like reading about these things. Yeah, I want to not only encourage them to read, but to show them that reading is not a chore. At least it doesn't have to be a chore. Of course, there's going to be things they're not going to want to read. It exists for everybody, but everybody has stuff that they like. And the joke is, of course, that I'm going to flat out tell the entire class, everybody's a nerd. You just have to find the right topic that they're going to be a nerd about. Like, nerds usually are a slur for people who like very specific kind of things, but when you think about it, the people who love sports and they wear the jerseys and they go to the sports bar and they yell and scream for the team, they're sports nerds. A nerd is someone who is enthusiastically engaged in a topic. So everybody's a nerd about something. And that's okay. That's the key point to try and transmit to them, is that that's okay. At least those are my personal objectives. What up, Alan? Welcome, welcome. It's it doesn't seem like it's that late into the stream, but at least, you know. Exactly. It means you like it to the point of being obsessive, which being obsessive about something isn't necessarily a bad thing as long as you don't allow it to become a bad thing. I'm just trying to figure out something because this is... Oh, that's right. Okay. Yep. This has to come forward one more. Actually, I have the stone bricks on me, and for whatever reason, I legitimately feel the second wind just rushing right in the minute. I don't know, Zamar, you poked the right topic to get me to to completely get me re-energized. Actually, this is going to be covered by something completely different. Yeah, it's odd because I don't have good shots of the outermost sides. Let's just put that back on for a second. Like, wow. Oh, okay. Is that what's going on there? I guess so. Oh, I don't know if these are gonna... I don't think this is actually going to proceed as far as I thought it was. Because it's just going to go straight into the wall of a different building. You see, this is what my addled brain at the time wasn't comprehending. And so I was just monotonously doing a task for the sake of doing a task, rather than actually thinking about it. So these are not relevant. Because there's going to be this building right here, which is going to mesh into those walls, basically. Okay. This one is kind of the same, I think. Yeah, because there's going to be another building right here. So this only goes to, like, here. It's difficult because of how squished everything is to perfectly judge exactly where and how I need to place things. Maybe she's just cold, you know? Like me warm. Yeah, what I need to do is I need to focus on this part and more specifically the inside when I get to it. That'll Well, who knows? Cats be crazy. They probably likes the warm heat. Oop, oop. But yeah, I think I'm still gonna call it here because there's just so much to do, and blah, blah. I sense that this second wind is not going to be very long lived. It's just going to be enough for me to be able to get through to actually hit the stop stream button. Oh. Yuck. It could be worse. It could be, 4 a.m. and be approaching 90. With or without humidity. We've had that multiple days in a row. But yeah, we're gonna call it while I'm still functional before I just completely crash on the ground and just lay there twitching. So yeah, thanks for dropping in, Alan. We're gonna be leaving kind of soon, unfortunately, but yeah, thanks Zanmar for coming in and keeping me as awake as possible for as long as possible to at least do a bit of work on Violet Hold. But yeah, I'm gonna try to stream Friday and do just regular survival goofing around Minecraft, and then next week, so that the Friday and the Saturday will be normal, and then next week we'll shift stuff around so that I'm going to put the Dalaran building on the Saturday so that I have more time to be more functional to do it. So it'll be more than a week until we come back to this. But yeah, until then, thanks everyone, and bye for now.